caucus attention has just been drawn to some efforts and attempts by the Nana Akufo Addo power-drunk autocratic regime resort to intimidation and ominous, desperate acts to get the obnoxious, insensitive e-levy before Parliament pass, having failed in many respects to get the load e-levy in the wake of popular national resistance led by the NDC gallant MPs of 137, the Nana Addo Dankwa government has now resorted to very crude and, for all intents and purposes, democratically shameful, disgraceful tactics to attempt to reduce, by all means possible, necessary, including foul, to reduce the numbers of the NDC minority of 137, hoping that that will aid their effort to railroad the e-levy into law. What possibly can be described as a sickening display of desperation by a sitting government, which is seeking to push through, as I've indicated, a very undesirable, punitive double taxation measure of e-levy down the throat of Ghanaians. And we have maintained our opposition to it and will continue to do so through its second reading until its third reading and passage into law. We will simply not support e-levy. They are now acting through their devious agents, notably Frank Davids, who is now seeking to injunct the Member of Parliament for Asin North, the Honorable James Jackie Quayson, from holding himself out as a lawfully elected Member of Parliament for the good people of Asin North. This latest act of desperation, we believe, has the tacit endorsement of the Attorney General and Minister for Justice. And this matter of summoning him before a criminal court for prosecution comes at a time an appeal and an application for stay of execution filed against the Cape Coast High Court's annulment of the 2022 Asin North parliamentary election is still pending before the Court of Appeal. And therefore, where is respect for the rule of law? Where is respect for the hierarchical authority of our court structure, in particular the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court? As though the above desperate machinations are not enough, we believe, upon the instructions of the President and the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Godfrey Dami, the police administration called one of the lawyers who represented the Honorable James Quayson in respect of the Asin North parliamentary election petition, inviting him to make the Honorable Quayson available for service of a criminal charge on him for prosecution. We all know what is it the 1992 Constitution provides for service to members of Parliament for purpose of civil or criminal proceedings. That also has been ignored and disrespected. Inviting him to make the Honorable Quayson available for service, as I've indicated, our information indicates that the said charge borders on an allegation that Honorable Quayson committed a crime by signing a declaration to the Electoral Commission to the effect that he was qualified to stand for election as an MP. It must be placed on record that the legal propriety of the said declaration made by the Honorable James Quayson was challenged at the time he submitted same to the Electoral Commission, Whereupon the Electoral Commission invited Honorable James Quayson and his detractors for an investigation of the said complaint. And distinguished ladies and gentlemen, be interested in what I'm coming to say next. There was a complaint on a matter of his eligibility. The Electoral Commission subsequently determined the matter. The Electoral Commission subsequently determined the matter in favor of Honorable James Quayson after he had adduced sufficient evidence to satisfy the Electoral Commission that he was very much qualified to stand for election, whereupon he was cleared to contest the elections. So these are facts, verifiable facts. In the light of this fact, how can it be properly contended that Honorable James Quayson criminally used a false declaration? Criminally used a false declaration. A declaration determined by the institution established for that purpose, which made a determination